story opens today at the Slick Observatory, where an international group of scientists, eggheads and double domes, were meeting to dedicate the new giant 1,000-inch telescope. The chairman, Sir Newton Fugg, was presiding.
Today we will prove once and for all that there can be no life on the moon.
Dr. Milton Nudnik, Egghead of the Year, was given the honor of the first peek.
What do you see?
I see two moon creatures.
Impossible!
The scientists rushed to the eyepiece, and incredibly, Nudnik was right.
Why, it's a moon moose.
And he's signaling us.
What does he say?
He says, "Here we come, ready or not."
Sure enough, a strange rocket ship had left the moon and was heading straight for the Earth. The word spread in a flash.
Extra, extra, moon men to invade Earth. President declares emergency.
Now hear this. This is Dorson Bell speaking. The moon rocket ship is nearing the Earth. This invasion is not a play. I repeat, not a play. Please feel free to panic.
And some people did panic. Stores closed, houses were shut up tight. Everywhere, panic reigned.
What's the headlines, George?
Invasion from moon.
So what else is new?
Meanwhile, at Washington Airport, the newly appointed ambassador to the moon, Krevny Blatt, and other dignitaries and diplomats were waiting for the strange craft to land.
Here it comes.
The rocket ship had made a perfect one-point landing, and while all eyes watched expectantly, the hatch opened.
Welcome, moon people. You dig 'em Earth talk?
Bullwinkle, they think we're moon people.
They do? Then take me to your president.
No, we gotta tell him the truth. Gentlemen, I'm Rocky the Flying Squirrel.
And I'm Bullwinkle the moose.
And we're both from Frostbite Falls, Minnesota.
Minnesota?
You mean you've been to the moon and back?
Why, they've discovered a great new rocket fuel.
And so to a hero's acclaim, our adventurers told their strange and incredible story. It seemed that just days before, in their little house in Frostbite Falls, Bullwinkle had been baking a quick-rising cake according to his grandmother's old recipe. But the first layer had risen a little faster than they'd expected. And the next thing they knew, the stove had been blown clear to the moon. Well, they had to get it back.
Sure, we still owe 2 payments on it.
And so the boys put together their version of a spaceship and used the second layer of that extraordinary cake to propel them to the moon.
And the third layer blasted us back.
That cake batter must be a revolutionary rocket fuel.
My boy, you must make more of that cake for your government.
Bullwinkle, you're gonna be a famous scientist.
Well, after all, I am a graduate of MIT, the Moose Institute of Toe Dancing.
Unfortunately, our boys wouldn't have been so happy had they overheard 2 notorious spies.
You hear, Natasha? First get the formula and then kill the moose or vice versa.
And so a short while later, the new director of guided mousels was interrupted by...
Hello, you great, big, wonderful moose.
Why, that's right neighborly of you.
You will give me Grandmama's recipe?
What for?
Well, I hope to be a grandmama myself someday.
I'd love to, but in the explosion, I only saved half my recipe. I know how much, but not what of.
Natasha's friend then did a very unneighborly thing.
Darling, will you please hold this package for me?
Well, I'd planned to leave in a couple of minutes.
Don't worry, you will.
Sounds like a clock.
Bullwinkle's steel trap mind had done it again. It was a clock, only attached to 14 sticks of dynamite, and it was wired to go off in 30 seconds. Don't miss tomorrow's exciting episode, Bullwinkle's Ride, or Goodbye, Darling.
And now...
Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
Again?
Nothing up my sleeve. Presto! No doubt about it. I gotta get another hat.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like.
Once upon a time, there was an easel painter. He was a good painter and made a modest living for his wife and himself. All was well except for one thing. The painter didn't want to be a painter. He wanted to be a shoemaker.
I am drudging my way through life. I want to do something creative.
Such as?
Who are you?
We're elves, obviously. We always considered painting creative.
You call that creative, elves? I'll tell you creative. Making shoes, that's creative. Something for the feet. Something that lives. Something to last throughout eternity. Shoes that sing.
You mean you want to go down in history like Herman Cappuccino?
Herman Cappuccino?
Herman Cappuccino, just the greatest little shoemaker that ever lived.
When Hannibal crossed the Alps, whose shoes do you think he was wearing?
Herman's?
Herman Cappuccino.
Ooh! Tell me, Elf, how could I be a famous shoemaker like Herman Cappuccino?
You gotta suffer. You gotta spend time on the left bank in Paris.
Study. Visit the shoe stores.
And all true shoemakers gotta suffer.
And so, that night, the painter told his wife of his plan to become a shoemaker. His wife said,
Shoemakers are not made, they are born. Why don't you forget it and go back to something sensible like painting?
9. Even 10. Anybody can paint. I want to sit in cafes, discuss shoe exhibitions, make shoes in a garret, and above all, suffer.
So the painter left for Paris, leaving his wife to shift for herself. He entered the famous school, the Beaux Chasseurs, and spent months working from models. Then he made 15th century shoes, 16th century shoes, 17th century shoes, 18th century shoes. He made rabbit shoes, snake shoes, and kangaroo shoes. He even made high button shoes, low button shoes, even horseshoes. He made walking shoes, running shoes, sneaky shoes, squeaky shoes, but alas, he made no singing shoes.
If only I could make a shoe that sings of spring, of love. How could I make a shoe with a soul?
You gotta travel. Absorb different countries' culture.
Yes, suffer.
Not suffer, travel. Get with it, will you?
Yeah, that's it, travel.
So the painter went to Italy, Switzerland, Holland, and he made Italian shoes, Swiss shoes, Dutch shoes. But alas, he made no singing shoes. Then, one night, after he returned to Paris, he heard the most beautiful music. He followed the lovely sound, and there, in a bundle of rags, was a singing shoe.
That is truly a shoe with a soul.
What? I hope to tell you it's got a soul.
I must have that shoe.
Now, wait.
A fine way to act.
I just wanted to know where he bought them.
We could have told you that. He bought them in Elvesville.
Elvesville? Why, that's my hometown. What am I doing suffering around Europe when I could be home learning to make shoes that sing?
So the painter left for the town from whence he had come, Elvesville. He found that everyone in Elvesville was wearing the same exquisite shoes that he had found in the bundle of rags.
Where did you buy those exquisite shoes?
2311 South Budlong. You turn left at the next...
You don't have to tell me. That's my house.
And sure enough, when the painter got home, he found the walls of his cottage lined with exquisite shoes, all singing merrily away. And who did he find sitting behind the cobbler's bench but his wife?
Why didn't you tell me you made exquisite singing shoes?
You never asked me.
So, from that day on, the painter went back to his easel. Eventually, it happened that his paintings started selling like hotcakes, and he became a very famous painter indeed, and his paintings hung in all the famous museums in Europe. But he never did become a shoemaker, and he had to be content with just being a very wealthy man.
Which just goes to prove everybody can't be a Herman Cappuccino.
Yeah. Whatever that means.
And now...
Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
Again?
Nothing up my sleeve. Presto!
Wrong hat.
I take a 7.5.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like.
there, Peabody here, along with Sherman and Wayback. Wayback is a time machine. Sherman, a boy.
I set the Wayback Machine for July 8th, 1888, just like you told me, Mr. Peabody.
Good boy, Sherman. And now if you'll set the indicator for Richburg, Massachusetts, we'll be off. Off to witness the most titanic struggle in boxing history, the heavyweight championship battle between Jake Kilrain and the immortal John L. Sullivan. The Wayback, incomparable invention that it is, hurtled us back through time and space to the site of Sullivan's training camp.
Hello? This is O'Hara, Sullivan's manager. I'd like to bet $5,000 on Jake Kilrain. Well, that's what I said. 5,000 on Kilrain.
Excuse me, Mr. O'Hara, but are you really going to bet against your own fighter?
You're darn right I am. In John L's condition, he couldn't punch a clock.
O'Hara led the way to an outdoor ring.
There's your John L. Flat on his back, and he's been that way all week.
Too much training?
No, too much mustache. That mustache of his is so heavy he can't lift it.
Between the three of us, we managed to elevate Sullivan to a standing position.
Are you all right, Mr. Sullivan?
He can't speak, lad. Too much pressure on the lips. Stand clear for a second. We'll see how he does. John, my lad, why do you think I give you a razor on your birthday?
This is serious, Mr. Peabody. The fight takes place in an hour.
What fight? You mean the slaughter? Oh, if only there were something we could do.
There is.
What?
Shave him. O'Hara put in an urgent call for the nearest barber, and 10 minutes later...
There, how's that look?
Not his hair. The mustache. Cut his mustache.
And after another 10 minutes...
It's of no use, mister. This man's a mustache won't a cut. I'm a rule of 5 a pair of C's, 4 combs, and a half a pair of tweezers.
Well, I'd best be calling up Kilrain's manager and telling him the fight's off.
Don't do that, Mr. O'Hara. Mr. Peabody will think of something.
And, of course, I did.
And in this corner, wearing black leotards and pink balloons, John L. Sullivan.
That sure was a great idea, Mr. Peabody. Those balloons are keeping the mustache up.
Now remember, Kilrain, keep away from that left balloon.
I don't like it. I ain't never fought no balloons before.
Don't worry about it. What comes up must come down.
Yeah, what's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. It just sounded like the right thing to say.
The fight was on. Round 1 found the two antagonists more or less sizing each other up. Sullivan could hardly raise a hand due to his inactivity of the past week, and thanks to my talents with a brush, Kilrain was confused by 3 mustachioed opponents.
How'd you get the black eye, Kilrain? I didn't see him hit you.
He didn't. That left balloon did.
Well, never you mind. Patience is a virtue.
I like what comes up must come down better.
For 30 grueling rounds, the battle raged. At that point, John L. Sullivan was slightly ahead.
You fool. The judges took that round away from you.
But why? I never hit them below the belt.
No, but you hit them below the balloon. Now keep those punches high.
Kilrain did just that. Unfortunately, by round 75, no matter how high he aimed, he couldn't score. It seemed that Sullivan's balloons had inflated slightly, making him immune to a ground attack.
Come down and fight, Sullivan!
Golly, Mr. Peabody, if John L. can keep away from Kilrain, he'll win a decision.
But fate proved otherwise, for John L.'s lofty position placed him directly under the powerful lights that gave off a staggering degree of heat.
He's down! Sullivan's down!
2, 3, 4, 5.
Get up, John L. Get up!
It's his mustache, Mr. Peabody. He'll never make it.
Nothing in this world'll make him rise.
It was then I noticed a gentleman in the first row digesting a huge platter of corned beef and cabbage. And if John L. Sullivan were any sort of Irishman, he'd rise for this. Would you mind if I borrowed this for a moment? Thank you. Well, of course, the rest is history. John L. took one slight inhalation of corned beef and cabbage and turned into a raging tiger. Sullivan was the new champion.
What a fighter he was, Mr. Peabody. Probably the most famous of all time.
True, Sherman, but his manager was equally famous.
Mr. O'Hara?
Oh, yes, he joined the Marines and became the most talked-about celebrity of our time.
I never heard of him, Mr. Peabody.
Really, Sherman? You never heard of Marine O'Hara? Ha ha.
You remember remember how surprised the world scientists were when they looked through their 1,000-inch telescope and saw Rocky and Bullwinkle flying back from the moon. But when the boys made their one-point landing, the explanation was ridiculously simple. Bullwinkle had tried to bake a quick rising cake from his grandmother's recipe. The result, naturally, was the world's most powerful rocket fuel. Bullwinkle was immediately ordered to go to work for the government to duplicate the recipe, which unfortunately had been torn in half in the explosion.
Yeah, I know how much, but not what of.
Everybody was interested in the result, including two notorious spies, Boris Badenov and Natasha Fatal. Failing in their attempt to get the formula, they decided to do away with the moose. So Natasha handed him a ticking package containing 14 sticks of dynamite, wired to go off in 30 seconds.
I'd planned to leave in a couple of minutes.
Don't worry, darling. You will.
But as Natasha tried to open the door, she found it had been locked behind her.
The key. Where's the cotton-picking key?
Oh, the key. Well, I got it here somewhere.
18 seconds. 17. 16.
Let's see. Here's the key to my locker at TS-84.
Hurry up, please.
Key to my hope chest. It's little, 'cause I'm kind of hopeless.
I must go quickly.
I'm doing my level best.
12, 11, 10.
3 trunk keys, in case I ever grow a trunk.
Time is running out.
8, 7, 6.
Hey, that one belongs to the Frostbite Falls Volunteer Fire Department.
Yeah, wonder how they're starting the engine these days.
Give me my package, you fool.
3, 2, 1. That's what I like. Precision timing.
A few minutes later, Bullwinkle found the right key, and the furious Natasha left to meet her partner in crime.
Boris promised to meet me here. Where is he? Oh, there you are, darling. What do we do next?
We do what any intelligent, self-sufficient spy with real initiative would do. We wait for instructions.
Meanwhile, the fact that Bullwinkle's rocket fuel was made from his grandmother's fudge cake recipe was having a great effect on the whole country. Top scientists discarded their most complex apparatus.
Erwin, go get me an 8-inch cake tin and a set of cookie cutters.
Colleges changed their course of study.
This year, gentlemen, we will study atomic structure, nuclear physics, and fudge making.
The effect spread to other countries.
But you are top nuclear physicist. How come you are sent to Siberia?
My biscuits were too heavy.
In the USA, grandmothers rose to national prominence. As advisors to the president,
It's raining. You'd better put on your rubbers.
as scientists,
I'd like you to meet our new head of research and development.
Hello, boys.
even bathing beauty contests took on a new look. Grandmothers reigned supreme. In their own laboratory, Rocky and Bullwinkle were still hard at work.
Here's the latest one, Rocky.
Will it make a good rocket fuel, Bullwinkle?
Well, I don't know, but it'll sure make a dandy lunch.
The boys wouldn't have been so happy if they had chanced to look behind them, for at that moment, a scaly green hand was raising a strange weapon and pointing it right at their heads. Don't miss the next exciting episode, Bullseye Bullwinkle or Destination Moose.
For those of you who lack horse sense, here is Mr. Know-It-All.
Hello, racing fans. Today's topic is entitled, How to Do Stunts in the Movies Without Having the Usher Throw You Out. You arrive at the studio and get the first assignment from the director.
You all set to go, stuntman?
I sure am, CB.
Here is scene. You start car blows up.
With me in it?
Absolutely, of course not. We stop film, you get out, then car blows up. Got it?
Got it.
Camera, action. Take 2.
War pictures offer a great challenge to the stuntman, especially if you're chicken.
Comes now big bombing scene. Dummy is in foxhole. Bombs fall all around. You rush into foxhole, get dummy.
Got it, PW.
Camera, action.
Right out onto no man's land you run. Bombs busting to the right and to the left. Somehow you make it. Leap into the foxhole, fight off the foxes, and emerge with the dummy, which is a bomb, and you are the dummy. Before the day is through, you find yourself on a 5,000-foot high cliff.
In this scene, you jump off cliff into net.
Comforted by the thought of the safety net below, you launch yourself earthward. The net is there, all right, but no one is holding it. And so in conclusion, to be a stuntman, one must always be careful to avoid painful injury.
Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All.
'You're welcome. 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 'You're welcome.
Rocky and Bullwinkle really started something just by trying to bake a cake. For instead of dessert, they wound up with an explosive that blew their stove clean to the moon. The nation was astounded.
That cake batter must be a revolutionary rocket fuel.
Grandma called it fudge cake.
Bullwinkle was immediately made director of guided mousses, and he and Rocky set out to duplicate the recipe, which unfortunately had been torn in half by the explosion. But apparently not everybody wanted them to succeed. For when we left them last time, a scaly green hand was raising a sinister weapon and pointing it right at their heads.
Hokey smoke, Bullwinkle. Look there.
Now, kidney?
Not now, Clyde.
Why not? I haven't scrooched anybody since we've been here.
What are they, Rocky?
I don't know. I've never seen anything like them.
Maybe they're congressmen.
Who are you?
Put your hands over your head, please, and no sudden moves. Clyde here is very nervous.
Yes, especially in this finger.
Yeah, that's the worst one, too.
What do you fellas want, anyway?
Yeah, and how come the funny suits?
Funny suits?
They're out of this world.
You're so right.
I am?
Yes. We're from the moon.
The moon?
Yes, and if there's one thing we don't want, it's an invasion from Earth.
Especially an invasion of tourists.
We lead such a quiet life on the moon. Take a look at what we had to go through just to prepare for a visit here.
Yeah, we had to practice dodging traffic.
And listening to jukeboxes.
And filling out forms.
And breathing smog.
And riding on subways.
And regular bathing.
It was awful.
7 of us were chosen. Only 2 made it.
So you see, we must stop you from using that formula. One way or another.
Well, I don't mind that one way. It's the another that bothers me.
But we don't even have the formula yet.
Do I scrooge them now, kidney?
Well, not if they don't have the formula.
Oh, moon rats.
But we'll come back. And as soon as they get the rocket fuel...
Zap!
Yes. Zap. Bye now.
And the 2 green men slipped out through the ventilator shaft. Hours later, as they made their way home...
Moon Man, boy, were you scared, Bullwinkle?
Of course not. You suppose I can take my hands down now?
But our boys still weren't out of danger, for in his hotel room 12 stories up, Boris was readying another fiendish plan.
You have the orders in code, Natasha?
Yes.
So translate.
Let me see. These 2 words say, kill moose.
I knew it. And look, the squirrel is with him. It's going to be a double feature.
And the heavy safe hurtled straight down toward the unsuspecting pair. Be sure to see our next episode, Squeeze Play, or Invitation to the Trance.